a veil of black crepe, a heart heavy with loss, and a society that found solace in sartorial expressions of sorrow. Imagine a bustling London street in the late 19th century, where women draped in layers of inky fabric move like shadows against the cobblestone paths, each garment whispering a silent elegy. These women, clad in mourning attire, navigate the delicate dance between personal grief and societal expectation, their clothing a testament to both the depth of their sorrow and the rigidity of the era. Welcome to Fashioned by Time, a podcast dedicated to uncovering fashion's past, one garment at a time. I'm Amelia Harrow, and today we're diving into Victorian mourning attire and the language of grief. Let's explore the hidden gems of fashion history together. As we step back into the Victorian era, we find ourselves amidst a world where mourning was not only a personal journey, but a public one. Queen Victoria, draped in perpetual black after the death of her beloved Prince Albert, became the emblem of a cultural shift. Mourning transformed from a private affair to a societal expectation. The crinoline skirts and high-necked bodices became canvases upon which grief was painted, each fold and pleat a reflection of the heartache within. But beyond the fabric, it was the language of mourning attire that spoke volumes, a dialect of loss articulated through veils, jet beads and sombre silhouettes. The mourning gown was more than a garment, it was a narrative. Designers like Charles Frederick Worth, often deemed the father of haute couture, understood this innately. Worth's creations, with their exquisite detailing and luxurious fabrics, catered to an elite clientele who sought to express their grief with both dignity and style. Yet these garments were not merely for show, they were worn for months, sometimes years, as women adhered to a strict mourning protocol that dictated not only the colour and cut of their clothing, but also the progression of their sorrow. At the heart of this sombre fashion was a profound cultural conversation about the roles and expectations of women. While mourning attire was a means to express personal loss, it also reinforced the Victorian ideals of femininity, piety, modesty and devotion. Women were expected to embody the epitome of grace even in grief, their bodies shrouded in layers of fabric that both concealed and revealed their emotional state. Yet within this rigid framework there lay a quiet rebellion. Women found subtle ways to assert their individuality, choosing fabrics and embellishments that resonated with their personal stories. A delicate lace trim or an intricately embroidered hem became acts of silent defiance, whispers of identity amidst a sea of conformity. The language of grief, however, was not confined to women alone. Men too participated in this sartorial dialogue, though their expressions were often more restrained. A black armband or a dark cravat might suffice, reflecting a societal belief that men's grief was to be brief and subdued. This stark contrast between the genders underscored the broader social dynamics of the time, revealing the complexities of mourning as both a personal and public performance. As the Victorian era faded, so too did the stringent rituals of mourning. Yet the echoes of this period linger in our modern consciousness, a reminder of a time when clothing was both armour and art, a means of navigating the intricate dance between loss and life. The mourning attire of the Victorian era, with its rich textures and profound symbolism, continues to captivate and inspire, offering a poignant glimpse into a world where fashion was a language of the heart. Thank you for joining me on Fashioned by Time. I hope today's journey through Victorian mourning attire and the language of grief has sparked your love for vintage style and timeless trends. Stay curious and remember, history never goes out of style.